It started like any other live stream. March 28th, 2023, 8:41 p.m. TikTok user at Zane True Crime hit go live. He was known for edgy commentary, unfiltered, dark, sometimes disturbing. That night, it crossed a line no one could come back from. Welcome to True Crime Unraveled. We dive into the stories that shake us to the core. Real-life mysteries, chilling disappearances, unforgettable crimes. The video was shaky at first. Zane's face lit up on screen, eyes wide, breath ragged. He whispered, "If anything happens to me tonight, this is why." He turned the camera toward the door. There was banging, screaming, then static, a scream, a gunshot. The stream kept going for 73 seconds. Viewers, 12,841. Comments, thousands. People thought it was fake content, a stunt, but it wasn't. Zane Gregory, 27, was found dead in his Brooklyn apartment. Single gunshot wound to the chest. The live stream captured it all. Only, here's the first twist. No one called 911. Not a single viewer reported the stream. Cops arrived 9 hours later. Because Zane's neighbors smelled blood through the hallway vent, detectives started digging. Zane had enemies. He called people out, exposed shady influencers. He had a series called Frauds Exposed. And the last person he featured? Marissa Vale, username at Miss Virality. She was TikTok's self-made wellness witch. 2.3 million followers. Sold crystals, oils, and $700 energy cleansing sessions. Zane had claimed it was all a scam, and he'd said he had proof. Days before his death, he posted a teaser. Next Friday, the lies end. That Friday never came. Police interviewed Marissa. She cried on camera, said Zane was toxic, claimed he had stalked her, harassed her, even tried to blackmail her. Then she showed the emails. Subject line, $10K or I ruin you. Zane's name on the sender field. His IP address traced back to his apartment. Detectives believed her. So did the public. Marissa did a live stream the night of Zane's murder, sobbing, "I'm scared. I didn't want this to happen." The next week, she launched a fundraiser, Justice for Creators. It raised $62,000 in 3 days. But something didn't sit right with Detective Alan Rames. He rewatched the live stream frame by frame, and at 26 seconds in, just after the scream, he saw something. A shadow, not a person. A phone, held vertically, recording the screen. Why would someone record a live stream they were already in? Unless they weren't watching, they were staging. Rames dug deeper. Zane's computer was gone. So was his external drive. But there was one backup, an old iPad Zane used for editing. Inside it, a folder labeled Miss V. Password protected. Rames cracked it using Zane's cat's name. Inside, screenshots, DMs, a video. In the video, Zane speaks directly to the camera. "This is my insurance policy. If you're watching this, I'm probably dead. And I'm telling you now, Marissa Vale is lying." He described their past. They dated briefly in 2020. She wasn't just a scammer. She was dangerous. She poisoned her ex. I have the texts. Then he said something that flipped everything. She's not working alone. The investigation exploded. Cops subpoenaed Marissa's bank records. Found a $10,000 transfer days before Zane's death from a name no one recognized, Sierra Wells. Turned out, that was a fake ID. But the IP that created the account traced back to Marissa's apartment. They raided her condo, found the burner phone, and the missing hard drive. Game over, right? Not even close. They found texts from a second number. Different burner, different tone. We can't risk him going live again. This time we ended. No more warnings. Rames tracked the number. Pinged from a location 2 blocks from Zane's apartment. Guess who lived there? Lara Chun, Marissa's assistant, her best friend, and her alibi the night of the murder. When cops brought Lara in, she confessed to nothing, smiled the whole time, said she had nothing to hide. But her search history told a different story. How to silence a Glock. How long does it take for a live stream to get flagged? Can you delete a TikTok live after it's posted? She was arrested on May 12th. The trial lasted 5 weeks. Marissa and Laura were both charged with conspiracy to commit murder. But in a shocking twist, Marissa was acquitted. Jury said there wasn't enough to prove she orchestrated the killing. Laura took the fall, convicted of first-degree murder, sentenced to life without parole. But here's the part no one saw coming. 3 weeks after the trial, Rames received an anonymous email. Subject line: she wasn't the one who pulled the trigger. Attached: a screenshot from a live stream, not Zane's, Lara's. It had been saved privately, dated March 28th, 2023. In the frame, Lara and Marissa, in Zane's hallway, together. Rames reopened the case, but when he went to question Marissa, she was gone. Apartment empty, bank accounts drained, passport missing. Interpol flagged her last location, Istanbul. And just 3 days ago, a new TikTok account appeared, at The Real Miss V. Only one video, a woman's silhouette. She says one thing: you got the wrong girl. You think this is over? It's just getting started. That one blurry frame changed everything, because it wasn't just Lara Chin outside Zane's door that night. It was Marissa Vale, the woman who swore she was home, the woman who cried on Livestream, the woman who convinced a jury she was innocent. She lied, and now she's vanished. Detective Alan Rames was furious. Marissa had slipped through the cracks. Interpol flagged her passport in Istanbul, but by the time agents arrived, she was gone again. New wig, new identity, gone like smoke. But something was off, because at The Real Miss V posted again. This time, a GPS coordinate. Rames didn't wait. He flew to the location himself. It was an abandoned greenhouse outside Athens, Greece. Hot, silent, smelled like rot. Inside, a phone, still recording. A single line written on the dusty glass: wrong girl, right game. Then a sound, a timer, ticking. Rames ran. 2 minutes later, boom, the greenhouse exploded behind him. This was no longer just a murder investigation. This was a game. And Marissa, she was still playing. Meanwhile, in a federal holding cell in New York, Lara Chen requested a visitor. One name: Detective Rames. He arrived 2 days later. She looked tired, hollowed out, but when she spoke, her voice was ice. You think she ran? She's not running. She's hunting. Lara dropped the first real bombshell. Zane wasn't the first. He was just the first you know about. She handed Rames a name: Layla Hart, 23 years old, died by suicide in 2021, ruled accidental overdose. But Rames found the case file, and the details were hauntingly familiar. Layla had been part of a women's empowerment retreat, hosted by Marissa Vale. In Layla's autopsy report, trace amounts of scopolamine, a powerful psychoactive drug, same drug found on the rag recovered outside Zane's apartment. Coincidence? Rames didn't think so. And guess who signed for the scopolamine prescription? Dr. Selena Ross. No such doctor exists. But the license ID matched Marissa's old social security number. She'd been using aliases for years. Rames compiled everything. He was ready to issue an international arrest warrant. But the next morning, his email lit up. Subject: not yet. No sender. Just a video file. He hit play. Grainy, but real. Zane Gregory, alive, tied to a chair, barely conscious. A timer on the wall. 11 minutes and 47 seconds. 11 minutes and 46 seconds. 11 minutes and 45 seconds. Then a voice, female. Calm, controlled, familiar. This was never about revenge. This is about truth. The timer hit 0. Screen went black. Rames froze. Zane was dead. He'd seen the autopsy. He'd seen the bullet, the blood. So how was he in that video, alive? He checked the file metadata, dated March 27th. 1 day before the live stream. 1 day before the murder. This wasn't a video of Zane's death. It was a video of his capture. Rames pulled Zane's autopsy file again, reviewed every photo. Then he saw it. The tattoo on Zane's right hand? In the photo, it was missing. The man buried as Zane Gregory wasn't Zane. The pieces fell into place. 1. The live stream wasn't live. 2. Zane wasn't dead. 3. The body in the apartment? A man of similar build. Face destroyed by a bullet. ID planted. Marissa had faked his murder. Framed her assistant. Beat the system. And now, she was taunting them. But why? Why let Zane live? Unless Rames played the final seconds of the video again, slowed it frame by frame. In Zane's eye, reflected for a brief moment, was a screen. It showed rows of usernames, thousands of them. Private stream, hidden platform. Marissa had another audience, and she was broadcasting something even darker. Rames traced the signal from the GPS tag video. It didn't come from Greece or Turkey. It came from Maryland, a private estate, one recently purchased under an LLC tied to, you guessed it, Marissa Vale. FBI agents raided the estate, but they were too late. Empty. No tech, no footage, no Marissa, except in the basement, one room, padded walls, camera mount in the ceiling, on the floor, a cracked phone, logged into a private site, SPECTR.live, access denied, but the page said, show begins in 2 hours. That was 24 hours ago. Now, that countdown has ended, and the site, still live. It shows one thing, a chair, in the middle of a dark room, empty, until 2 hours ago. Now, there's a man in it, tied up, blood on his shirt. A voice speaks over the stream. You watched him die once. This time, you decide who lives. There are 2 buttons on the screen, release or reveal. And beneath that, a timer, ticking down. The FBI has no idea where it's being streamed from. The site has over 92,000 viewers, and growing. No one knows who's behind it, but one username just reappeared in the comments. At the real Miss V. Comment, let's play again. If this story moved you, share it, because the more eyes on the truth, the harder it is to bury. And if you're drawn to the cases that linger, the ones that haunt timelines and twist in the dark, you're exactly where you should be. Hit subscribe, stay curious, and let's keep unraveling the truth.